Now that we have a fresh install of Masonite, let's look at how the routing system works. So you'll notice that when we ran our craft serve, you might have seen some print statements on the bottom in the terminal. Let's check that out now. So if we run craft serve and open this up in our browser, you'll see that it says it was a get route at the root URI. If we go on our left side, you'll see a folder called routes and web.py. If we open that up, you'll see that this is what corresponded to this. So let's go ahead and explain in depth what exactly is happening. We are importing the get class from masonite.routes, which is here, and we're instantiating it. And then we have a route, and we're telling Masonite to make this route accessible at this URL and this string tags here. This means I want to call the welcome controller and the show method. All controllers are in the app directory, HTTP controllers, and you'll find this welcome controller here. So all the welcome controller is a class, and the show method is right here. So all this is saying is the get, which is either a get or a post request. The route I want to do is this base route here. I want to call the welcome controller, and this name is optional, but we're going to call this route the home route. Now, if we want to create a new route, it's extremely simple. We want to make a get route, and we want to make it accessible at hello world URI. We'll just call the welcome controller for now, again, and that's it. So let's go ahead and run the server again. And I just made a mistake here. Controller. And let's clear that out and run the server again. And now if we go back, refresh, everything's working. And if we go to hello world, you'll see that it says the same thing. And the same exact thing happens for post. So if we had a post route and we wanted to say we were logging in somebody, it'll be something like login controller at store, because we want to store it, and that's it. So now whenever a post request is to the login URI, it's going to fire off this login controller at store. Also, if we just wanted to have a normal get login, so it's just a normal get request to the login URI, which would be like a login form, and we could say show. So we want to show the login form, and that's it. Routing is extremely simple. In other tutorials, we'll talk more about how controllers work and how to create controllers. Now, there's other options you could do for each route. So for example, we have the name here. We could do things like middleware and just list off a bunch of middleware here. The auth middleware will fire on every request, and if the user isn't logged in, it'll route to a login page. We'll create authentication systems in later tutorials, but for now, let's stick to the basics. That's it for the basics of routes. I'll see you next tutorial.